we loved having Chef Samin Nosrat here on Monday, so we brought her back this morning. And she's the best-selling author of the book Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. And she's also the star of the hit show by the same name. She said getting those 4 ingredients right will help make you a master chef. And Samin's going to join us live in a moment, but before she does, she's coming to the rescue once again for a mom who needs an extra hand. Check it out. California mom Sophia Boutlier says her garlic rosemary lamb chops never turn out quite right.
It was a little rarer than I would have liked on the inside, but I still had that burnt garlic on the outside. And it doesn't have a crust that I would have normally gotten at a restaurant.
And her potatoes are not browning in the oven.
I'd like to have the crunchy outside with a really well done inside.
Little does Sophia know, Chef Samin Nosrat can see just where Sophia is missing the salt, fat, acid, and heat.
Okay, this is really not too tricky to fix. I've got to crank up the heat with her.
Chef Samin to the rescue.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! That is incredible! That is amazing! Oh my gosh, nice to meet you! That is incredible! Samin's in my house!
And now, straight to the kitchen.
I have all the answers for you.
I knew you would, Samin! Make my dish better!
All the answers lie with 2 of the basic elements of cooking, with fat and with heat. Let's unpack all the little treats we brought. I see you have this pan here.
Yes.
You're not gonna get that perfect, like very crust that you want. The best pan for that crust is cast iron. This is gonna help get that beautiful crust because this pan can get so much hotter than that pan can. Also, your temperature for your potatoes is wrong. So let's crank it up a little bit. You're at 350?
350.
Let's go to 425. We want it hot and fast to get that beautiful brown outside.
And that bitter, burnt garlic taste? Samin says it's a common kitchen conundrum.
A lot of people burn garlic and they don't even know that this acrid taste of the food is something that doesn't have to be there.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to you for you've shared your problems with the world.
Right. It's known to everybody in America now.
The solution? Take off the garlic before cooking.
In order to control the temperature that you're cooking your meat to, it's important to start with meat that's at room temperature. Are these cold? Yeah.
They are cold. Yeah.
Okay, I happen to have some room temperature pre-salted lamb chops.
Pre-salted, oh fantastic.
Oh, I feel like Mary Poppins.
After an hour of marinating, those chops will sizzle in the pan.
It's really important for your pan to be hot before you add any fat. And then we're just gonna lay these in, and you wanna hear that sizzle.
A perfect plate, but the real test is in the taste.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
It is perfect.
I love lamb chops. It's like a cartoon. You're like,
Oh, Samin, that is amazing.
awesome.
It was amazing, Samin. Thank you so
you.
much.
And Samin is back to help us out. And it's one of my favorite things to watch you watch that piece because you got so much joy out of showing up at the house and helping her out. And yesterday we talked about salt and we talked about acid. Today we're going to talk about the other 2 ingredients. We're going to talk about fat and we're going to talk about heat.
Yep.
And we're going to, so let's start with fat. And we have butter and olive oil. So tell me what we got.
All right, so one of the most important things that fat offers us is it really has 2 incredible things that it does. It affects flavor and texture. So choosing which fat you're gonna cook with or use is gonna affect both of those things. So even just if we taste the 2 breads that are dipped in olive oil and spread with butter, they'll taste totally different. So let's take a little bite and talk about how they taste different.
All right.
It's good.
You got it.
You guys, are you
I like
hungry?
the We're the only ones eating it. Why are you hungry? All right, let's try the butter.
Yeah, so the olive oil is fruity
Yes, it is.
and the butter is creamy and rich.
Yes.
And if you think of it, olive oil is the taste of, you guys! Olive oil is really the taste of Italian food, and butter is the taste of French food. So when you want to make your food taste Italian, you use oil.
Olive oil.
French,
Use
use
butter. Oh, I did not know that. Oh. Now we talk about heat. Heat is one of the other 4 ingredients. And how do you know when the pan's hot enough and all these different things.
So one
like
of the
that.
biggest mistakes, if you want to get a crusty, crispy outside, you have to put your food into a hot pan. So the way I like to test it is just to try it with me. Stick your fingers in there.
I usually do like that.
No, do not do that. You'll burn. You want to do this, and you want to hear that sizzle. If
Ooh, sizzle.
Yeah, you want to hear the sizzle.
Okay, so that's when you know it's hot.
Totally.
So, you know, we saw you making the potatoes and the piece there. You're going to show us how to make the perfect potato.
Exactly. So a lot of times people jam all of their roast vegetables into a small pan. And that doesn't allow for browning because when everything is all crammed together, it's just going to steam and get mushy. Do you want me to force you to eat a mushy potato?
No, you don't have to. I'll do it with my mom.
So these ones, they're
mushy.
Yeah, it's just mushy and it's not brown and crisp. But if you take this and just spread it out into a bigger pan with a shallower edge, the room will allow all of that steam to escape, and then they'll get brown and crisp. And then we'll get these delicious guys.
Okay, now that's brown and crisp.
Yeah.
I noticed how our audience, they didn't go to the mushy. They didn't like that. They like the crisp.
They've got good taste, yeah.
But I tell you what, it's so, I've learned so much over the last 2 days with you about things that you just, they're very simple. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Fat, Acid, Heat, Mastering the Elements of Good Cooking. It is out now. Make sure you go pick it up. Make your food flavorful. And you can catch and watch Salt, Fat, Heat, Acid. I got it all. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat on Netflix. Yes. Yes. We got it right.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.